What if we told you that the future of smartphones is already taking shape? What if the next big thing from Samsung is already in the works, even as we're still getting to know the S24? That's right, tech enthusiasts. We're about to peek into the crystal ball and explore the Galaxy S25 Ultra. So grab your favorite beverage, settle in, and let's explore what Samsung might have in store for us next year. You know how it goes in the tech world. No sooner has one flagship landed than the rumors about its successor start swirling. And let us tell you, the Galaxy S25 Ultra is already generating quite the buzz. Even though we're still basking in the glow of the S24's release, Samsung's engineers are hard at work on the next big thing. It's like they're playing chess while we're still figuring out the last move. All right, let's talk timing. When can we expect to get our hands on this beauty? Well, if Samsung sticks to its recent pattern, we might be looking at another January launch. The S24 made its grand entrance on January 17th this year, which was Samsung's earliest Galaxy S release ever. So, unless Samsung decides to crash CES 2025 with a surprise launch, which, let's face it, would be pretty epic, we're probably looking at mid-January 2025 for the big reveal. Now, here's where things get a bit wallet-clenching. The S24 Ultra already raised eyebrows with its $1,299 price tag, and rumor has it that the S25 Ultra might push that envelope even further. Why? Well, it's all about that chip. The expected Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 could drive up costs. But hey, premium innovation comes at a premium price, right? Just maybe start saving those pennies now, folks. Let's talk looks. Samsung's been rocking a pretty consistent design for the Ultra models lately, but we might see some subtle tweaks with the S25. Word on the street is that we're looking at a curvier design, but still keeping it flat around the front. It's like Samsung's going for that business in the front, party in the back vibe, but for phones. One exciting rumor is that the S25 Ultra could be the thinnest Ultra we've seen since the Note 20 Ultra, coming in at a svelte 8.4 millimeters. But don't worry, they're not skimping on screen real estate. In fact, we might be looking at a slightly bigger display, pushing close to 6.9 inches. It's like Samsung saying, you can have your cake and eat it too, and the cake is bigger and thinner. Now let's talk brightness. Samsung's been playing the brightness game for a while now, and they're not about to fold. The S24 Ultra already dazzles with 2,600 nits of peak brightness. But you know Samsung, they always want to one-up themselves. So don't be surprised if the S25 Ultra turns it up to 11, or in this case, maybe 3,000 nits. Your sunglasses might need sunglasses. All right, camera enthusiasts, this is where things get really exciting. The Ultra series has always been a powerhouse in the camera department, and the S25 Ultra is shaping up to be no exception. We're hearing whispers of some serious upgrades that could make even professional photographers do a double take. First up, let's talk about that wide-angle lens. Details are a bit fuzzy at the moment, but there's talk of an unspecified upgrade. Now, in Samsung speak, an unspecified upgrade usually means something pretty spectacular. Could we be looking at an even larger sensor? Improved low-light performance? The possibilities are endless, and we're here for all of them. But here's where things get really interesting, the ultra-wide lens. Rumor has it that Samsung's bumping this bad boy up from a 12-megapixel sensor to a whopping 50 megapixels. That's more than 4 times the resolution. Imagine capturing those sweeping landscapes or tight interior shots with that kind of detail. It's enough to make any photography buff weak at the knees. Now let's zoom in on the telephoto lens. The word on the street is that it's getting variable capabilities. What does that mean? Well, we're not entirely sure, but our best guess is that it might involve the ability to smoothly change focal lengths while connected to a single sensor. We're talking about the potential for fixed focal lengths between 4 to 5 times zoom, and then again between 6 to 7 times zoom. Why is this a big deal? Well, imagine capturing video with smooth, seamless zooms. No more jerky transitions or loss of quality as you zoom in on your subject. It's like having a professional camera crew in your pocket. Now let's talk about what's going to be under the hood of this beast. Brace yourselves because we're entering the realm of serious power here. The Galaxy S25 Ultra is expected to come packing the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 chipset, and folks, this chip is shaping up to be an absolute monster. We're hearing rumors of benchmark scores that are giving even the upcoming A18 Bionic chip from Apple a run for its money. Now, we always take leaked benchmarks with a grain of salt, but if these numbers are even close to accurate, we're looking at a significant leap in performance. We're talking about a chip that could potentially match or even outperform the best that Apple has to offer. That's not just impressive, that's potentially game-changing. But here's where it gets really interesting. There's talk that the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 could feature a 4.3 GHz prime core. To put that in perspective, the current Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 tops out at 3.4 GHz. That's a massive jump in power, and it's got us wondering how Samsung and Qualcomm are planning to keep all that power in check without turning your phone into a hand warmer. Now let's talk RAM. We're hearing whispers that the S25 Ultra might bump up to 16 GB of RAM, up from the 12 GB in the current S24 Ultra. For the average user, 12 GB is already more than enough, but for power users who love to multitask or dive deep into AI features, that extra 4 GB could make a noticeable difference. It's like giving your phone a bigger brain to work with. All right, let's talk juice. After all that power isn't worth much if your phone dies halfway through the day, right? Well, good news, folks. The Galaxy S24 Ultra already impressed us with its 5,000 mAh battery, landing at a spot on the best phone battery life list with a solid 16 hours and 45 minutes in test. And guess what? We're hearing that the S25 Ultra might stick with that same 5,000 mAh capacity. Now, you might be thinking, wait, shouldn't they make it bigger? Well, here's the thing. With all the other upgrades we're expecting, keeping the same battery size while improving efficiency could actually lead to even better battery life. It's not just about size, it's about how you use it. That's what she said. No? Okay, moving on. We're also hearing that the S25 Ultra might keep the same 45-watt charging speed. Now, some might see this as a missed opportunity for an upgrade, but let's be real. 45 watts is plenty fast for most of us. And if it ain't broke, why fix it, right? Now, let's talk about the brains of the operation, the software. By the time the S25 Ultra hits the shelves, we'll be looking at Android 15. And if Samsung keeps up with their current promise, we're looking at a solid 7 years of software support. That's like the phone equivalent of the 7-year itch, except your S25 Ultra will still be getting fresh updates while your friends are on their second or third new phone. Talk about commitment. But let's be real, what we're all really excited about is the AI features. Samsung made a big splash with Galaxy AI in the S24 lineup, and you could bet your bottom dollar they're going to double down on that for the S25 Ultra. We're expecting more AI features, smarter AI features, and maybe even some AI features we haven't even thought of yet. It's like having a tiny, super smart assistant living in your phone, ready to help with everything from photo editing to real-time translation. Speaking of assistants, there's some chatter going on about Bixby. Remember Bixby? Getting a generative AI upgrade. Now, we know Bixby hasn't always been the most popular kid on the block, but with generative AI capabilities, it could become a real contender in the virtual assistant space. Imagine having a conversation with your phone that feels natural and intuitive, or having it generate content for you on the fly. The possibilities are mind-boggling. So, what do you think? Are you excited about the potential of the Galaxy S25 Ultra? What features are you hoping to see? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech news and reviews. Until next time, stay curious, stay excited, and keep on teching.